Thank you, Mr. President. I am very happy that we're doing this bill today. It is a bill that will strengthen the credit unions in our state by allowing their participation in a program that is extremely important to banking and communities in our state. It's the Banking Development District. So credit unions will now be eligible to participate in the Banking Development District program. What that means to them is that they are located in communities, and if they're not already located, they can open branches in communities, specifically those areas in our state that are underbanked or, unfortunately, even unbanked, which is a large part of our state these days. Those credit unions will be eligible to receive below market loans or deposits from the state, which the credit union can then use to make loans in those communities. This will allow them to become a part of the building out of financial institutions, especially for those communities that have traditionally been limited to the use of what I consider to be, and many of us consider to be, predatory financial operations. So I'm very happy to have been able to work with the banking chair, Senator Sanders, with our staff, and over the years we've worked to make sure that we get to this day. I am happy to have the support of CEFCU and SPX Federal Credit Union and Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, and CFCU, Community Credit Union, and MCU, and definitely what most of us consider our credit union, CEFCU, here in Albany. And let me just say, I acknowledge the first credit union that I was a member of as a young banker many, many years ago was Concord Federal Credit Union from my church in Brooklyn. So I am indeed indebted to those institutions, and there are many more. I just named a few in our state that have been very much involved in helping us get to this point. And I want to recognize some of the members of the credit union, and since credit unions are member owned and community-based, it's a not-for-profit organization, so we really represent what I believe to be the future of financial activity in our state. I'd like to recognize some of the members who've come today to join us in the upstairs. Errol Young of CEFCU, Dawn Donovan of Sunmark, Joy David of Sunmark, Matthew Linden of Sunmark, Douglas Piccola, CEFCU, Nicholas Fiducia, CEFCU, Ryan Waterman, CEFCU, Amanda Stalmer, CEFCU, Michael Clemente, CEFCU, Andrea Johnson, CEFCU, Michael Galligan, CAPCON, Bob Bascom, CAPCOM, Kelly Smith, CAPCOM, and Chris Ambrio, CAPCOM. And there is also support from the Credit Union Association of New York State. So, Mr. President, we have a lot of support for this. We have a lot of people in our state, thousands and thousands of members of credit union in our state who now, based on this legislation and the fact that once it's passed and signed by the governor, we will be offering people in our state access to credit that they have not had in the past. So thank you, Mr. President. I vote aye.